And we are now recording, and we will be live.
I still see myself.
You will in a moment.
Okay.
There is a latency. It's coming up. And there you are.
Yeah, I see myself.
Now we're up.
And I see you.
We have absolutely 0 viewers. Hey,
Absolutely.
I did put out a post. Again, it's going to be a minute behind to see anybody. I don't know what low latency is.
I don't either.
We got
We'll
somebody.
find out. See, there you go.
Yeah, we do.
Gold created.
Vegas
The Goldfinger
life.
just started.
Hello there.
We're back live, boys. It's girls.
I'll make sure to speak
nice.
up just a
that's you.
little.
Okay. Vegas life. Okay. I'm finding out where everything is here.
Yeah, all that other
Can
stuff.
you guys hear us okay?
Vegas life. Can you hear us okay? Is the picture good? So, and that's the problem is a moment's, like, even with low latency, there's still latency,
It's
huh?
funny because when I live, it's
Instant.
it's real time.
Sounds
in
great.
my-
Looks great. All right. Thank
cool.
you, sir.
That's all we need.
Alan says, yes, everything looks okay. I guess we're starting to get, we got 8 people, 8 viewers.
We got
Awesome.
Vegas people in here.
We have in the stream health. I'm going to check that. You can watch, you can reach. Oh yeah, it's coming up faster now. Clear and loud. Hi from Florida.
That's better.
Yeah. Okay. Read those. I'm going to check a few things.
Hey, Ron.
All right. All right. We're up to 13. Great. Hello, everybody. So what are we going to talk about today?
Up to you.
Are we going to talk about trolls, or are we going to talk about, what were we talking about a moment before?
We were talking about microphones.
Oh, microphones. Yeah.
Brand new
I have new
microphones.
microphones, guys. Brand new
Yeah.
microphones.
Yeah, they're
These are
good.
the top of the line Lazada.
Nothing but the
They're
best.
NNBs, no name brand. Like $9 microphones. And you know what? I think they work better than the $200 Shure.
It's amazing.
It is.
It really is.
I think these will work better because
I was
they're.
going to tell you before, but you said hold off on it because back when I lived over in Big Rock,
Uh-huh.
I was having microphone hell, and I bought these ones called Sabine Tech because I asked my audience, I go, what should I buy? And you guys know more about it than I do, and they all said, a lot of people said Sabine Tech, Sabine Tech.
Okay.
So I buy these Sabine Techs for like $200, and you got to download an app, and you got to go through the app, and it's like it's just complicated.
I had that problem.
It never worked properly. They sent me the wrong ones. I kept returning them.
Oh.
They kept sending me back other stuff.
Who'd you order from? Do you remember?
It was
Amazon or Lazada?
It was Amazon.
Amazon. That's a pain.
Finally, I told Amazon after about 6 months of agony, I said, I just told them what I just told you. And they said, they go, keep the microphones and we'll give you back your money. And we'll tell Sabine Tech to, shove it. And then about a year later, we're at the new house. I sent off for these microphones. They were $10.
Right.
Okay, wireless.
Great.
They were awesome. I put it on here, and I drove my motorcycle, and all you heard was me. You didn't hear any wind. You didn't hear.
You know what's
noise.
interesting about these? We tried the whistles and the bells and the dog barking and this other stuff. We purposely let the dogs play.
Yeah,
it doesn't pick it up.
Nice.
It just cuts out anything, horns.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. We got a whole bunch of people on now already.
Oh, that's good.
So hi from Florida. We got here's underdog rescue of the underdog.
Alan, good to see you, boss, man. What's the topic? That's a good idea. Can you give us a topic?
Good to see you.
How about you give us a topic? We're old and feeble. We don't know what we're doing here.
I sound like a can.
Well, you're in a can.
I look like a bowling ball, but I sound like a can. Okay.
Do any of us miss the U.S. Matrix?
What is a U.S. Matrix? What would
I
that
don't know
mean?
what they're talking about when I say the Matrix.
Not like the U.S.
Is that
in
like
general,
the movie, The
economy,
Matrix?
the economy, the political, the social. No, hell no. You don't miss any of that.
No, not really.
Oh yeah, Amazon delivers here.
Let's see. Here's a question for Paulie Boy. Underdog Rescue of Florida. What's an interesting name? Sorry, typo. Before Paul. So why did you go to the Philippines when leaving the USA instead of Thailand, which you had lived in? Good question. I had lived in Thailand, but I had a hassle with the visa over there. You had to do border runs. And I started researching back before I retired. And Dumaguete, of all places, was the #1 place on Forbes' list to retire. So I started researching the Philippines, and I like the idea that they speak English over here.
Right.
And in Thailand, phew, you
Not
you
too
were
mu
there.
little
It's
bit,
not so
not too
good,
much.
man. And I mean, if you go
20%
to a
maybe.
tourist area, they can speak
Yeah,
English. But the
yeah.
minute you get out of town, it's
No.
no
Baton
way.
Beach, they spoke English,
And
but
I didn't like
Bangkok,
driving
no.
on the left-hand side of the road. I could never wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
I'm too
It
old,
was a little
you
weird.
know, to adjust to all of a sudden driving on the left. And the signs, were all in Thai as you got out of the town. They didn't translate into
Right.
English. Here,
Yeah, that's
all the
true.
signs are in English, so it's kind of like a lazy man's Thailand. But Thailand is much more beautiful, much more refined. It's just classier than the Philippines,
Yeah. Oh, no, it's
and the
definitely
food's
nicer.
better, as we all know.
Would you say it's more expensive?
I think I was just talking to my friend AJ, who's over there right now, and he said that the occupancy rate at his Airbnb is at 20%
That's a little high.
of what it was. No, it's low.
Oh,
It should be 100%
yeah.
right
I,
now
I mean,
because the guy what
I meant the rate of it's a high percentage for there's not as many people.
right.
I'm the reverse. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, that 20% is very low. So that's a lot of
way off.
vacancies.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't wonder why that is. Do they have a problem with Chinese too?
They are they are having a problem with they're calling it Little Mumbai in some places.
What does that mean?
It means people from India are coming over there a lot.
Uh,
And so that's changing the complexion of the place a little bit. The border runs are a hassle. They keep changing the rules. A lot of guys are bailing out of Thailand for one reason or another.
they don't have great
Um,
visas.
they don't.
You have to buy your visa big
Yeah, you
time,
just pretty much, I think it's $33,000 for five
and it
years.
costs you another
And
few
then
thousand.
5 years later, it's another
Yeah, they don't
33,000.
have that.
And they keep changing the rules. Like you could go in for 60 days, now they cut it back to 30. And I didn't feel I feel safer in the Philippines, believe it or not. I was
Okay.
there during a coup, and
Oh,
I couldn't leave in
oh, that's
2009.
not. Yeah.
It was this red shirts, blue shirts thing or something like that, and they shut down the airport, and I couldn't leave if I wanted to, and that was a weird feeling.
Hey, Alan, come back to me and tell me how it sounds. I moved my mic away from directly in front of me. We have ones and zeros. Hey guys.
What's the best joke Paul knows? I can't tell it because it's rated PG, but I have the absolute positively best joke ever.
Yes,
I'll tell it on my channel. I'll go live one of these days because I'm rated R on my channel.
you can't say it here.
No, 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 no.
Is beef available over there? Yes.
Yes,
We
I
get
eat beef every day.
yeah,
I have one steak a day. That's my diet.
your one a day meals,
Hmm.
protein,
Hmm.
low carb.
Hmm.
Uh,
No carb, baby.
getting it from what's the name of the
All press.
Bellcrest? Bellcrest is one of the best.
And we ate at Cafe Racer yesterday,
Ah,
and they have nice steaks
they
over
do
there.
have.
And
Bellcrest carries beef from Australia and Brazil,
uh,
and it's very good quality. They don't carry American,
I
which is
buy
better.
Brazilian beef each time. I
Hmm.
know exactly. I buy 30 steaks at a time. We go in once a month. I get 30 steaks. That's one a day for a month. And then we go back and reload.
Yeah, how much do you spend? Over 10,000.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did it too for a while. I was buying steak and lamb.
Uh,
When Orville was here, he turned me on to that.
mm-hmm.
So I was buying steak and lamb, and I had the best prime rib cut. I mean, 3,000, 3,500 pesos a kilo. And a kilo is 2.2 pounds, and 3,000 pesos is 50 bucks,
Right.
55. So 55 bucks and you'd get 3 or 4 steaks out of that.
Right. Well, what
Uh,
I buy is this Brazilian beef. It's kind of a medium cut, medium grade.
okay.
And is it the best? No. But if I flavor it up and I cook it medium rare, which is how I like it, it's a little bit tough.
You could tenderize it with baking soda.
Yeah, I don't go through all that crap.
No, just baking soda is cheap. It's so cheap. You just let it soak for just an hour in
Uh,
baking soda, and it becomes real
everyone else
tender. Carolyn turned me on to that. Baking soda works great.
the tenderized meat.
It tenderizes
Okay.
instantly. Wit's in the house. Hello, Wit. He did a music for you, Wit, a music for me. Uh,
The digital nomad visa, do you think it will change the makeup of foreigners visiting the PH? No, I think they're better off on a regular old tourist visa. There's a bunch of caveats attached to that visa, and you have to prove that one of them being that you have to prove $2,000 worth of income.
Okay.
Now, how many little digital nomads do you know coming over here, like my friend Alex, that wasn't making $100 a month?
What was the advantage other than that? Oh, was it uh, a
I think
cheaper
it's
one-time a year fee? Is it?
I didn't investigate it too
I didn't
much
either.
because I heard that they had qualifications to it.
Okay.
And at the end of the discussion, I was talking to a guy that did know about it, and he explained it to me. And I forget all the finite details, but I remember it being a requirement that a digital nomad, let's call it a 30-year-old young man or woman, comes over here, and they have to prove that they're making 2 grand off of their YouTube channel, for lack of a better
Or
example.
they have retirement funds.
Yeah, but who, 30-year-olds retired?
Not too
I
many, but
mean, not too many. They may have investments.
what if they had a
So
big bank account?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't either.
But I think that those are the exceptions as opposed to the rule.
Right.
And so I think it's just and I think you can just come over here. I did it for till I got married. I lived on a tourist visa, period.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
living
every
on.
3 years I would leave the country
That's what I
and
got.
I would come back and it would start all over
I have
again.
to leave in January.
Yeah. And
And somebody mentioned to me to tell about my story in the hospital. I'm not going to be going back to Thailand. I was just thinking about that because I kind of left on bad terms, maybe in Thailand. I'm not
yeah,
100% sure,
they might have
but
you
I don't think
poster up in immigration.
I hate to go to Thailand and find out that they have a warrant for my arrest. I hate to say it because I kind of got the hell out of Thailand with the hospital. I didn't want to pay the hospital bill. It was horrendous. 300,000 baht.
Please.
Yeah, it was $10,000 at the time.
I,
Yeah, that's no way I was going to do that. That's
uh,
crazy. So I got out of Dodge. So now I'm going to keep dodging. Too bad because Thailand has
you're a
great
man on the
food.
run, Goldfinger.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So we all have a past, guys. I have a
You
I have
know
a
what?
ghost in
You
the
know what's
past.
cool though
What?
is that how transparent you are.
I am open.
It is. It's
Uh,
good. It's like
well,
when
that's the
you
best
fail
way.
or you mess up or you do something wrong, you're not afraid to tell the world about
No,
it.
no.
You're just a human being, and people either going to love you or hate you or somewhere in
I
between.
was in business for 40 some odd years, 45 years. I was in the jewelry business. There were lawsuits, of course.
Sure.
People said, "Oh, you switched to diamond." It's just ridiculous things. It happens.
Hmm.
Or there's things happen. You're in business. When you're in business for yourself, you have to realize. And I actually filed a bankruptcy, so I'm so proud of myself that I screwed up in life a little bit. Okay, well, we all
Well,
do.
the thing is that no one watching this right now is walks on water,
Right.
so everyone's got something.
Yeah,
And if you watch enough TV shows like I do, these CIA shows and all that, they always say there's always dirt on somebody.
there it is.
If you watch, and there is,
Yeah.
and they say, if a politician, if some up and comer comes along, and this is in TV shows that I'm talking about, and he's going to be the next, big thing, they they start digging into him, and they find out, and there's always something that's there,
Yeah.
and that's true.
It's like stars that had
Uh,
posed nude,
yeah,
or they go back and they say they used the foul language, or they
yeah,
got
yeah.
angry when they were at a.
Right,
We lose it
20-year-old
sometimes.
stuff, man,
Yeah,
where they said something like a racial slur, or what was it,
and then they
Vanna
bring it
White?
back.
They found Vanna
There's
White.
no
Remember
hiding
Vanna
anything.
White? They
Yeah,
found these old photos when
right,
she was struggling. She did some topless stuff,
right.
and they exposed all that, and it just crushed
Well,
her,
that's the thing. I mean,
you
with
know?
today's internet,
Hmm.
okay, and total, everybody can find out about everything.
Sure,
Everything can be recorded.
sure.
There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah,
The paparazzi,
yeah, yeah.
you know. Uh, anyway, so what do
What
we
else we
got?
got going on here?
Uh,
Golfing, you have to tell your Thai
yeah,
hospital
yeah, I
escape
don't know.
story over COVID.
I don't know. That'll be one I do on my own.
We did that on my channel, right? Didn't you
Yeah,
tell that story
yeah, I
when we were
did.
together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I jumped a little bit. It's
This
only
is better when it goes fast, right?
also carries IBP meat from America. Best steaks I used to build those packing out. IBP. Never knew that. Don't know that. Okay.
Just
Uh,
Stanley says I want to be careful. It can lead to gout. Okay.
Well, that's true. You can, but if you do you eat any vegetables?
I do.
Yeah, so it's
I eat
probably not
broccoli.
going to happen.
I
You can take fiber.
I don't take fiber, but I have when I eat steaks, I also eat chicken, so it's
Yeah, so
protein,
chicken.
right? And then
You,
I have veggies almost
you have veggies. You
every
eat
day,
fiber.
every other day.
Metamucil is a product you can get here. You
Mm-hmm.
can get flavorless. You mix it with water, you drink it before it becomes jelly,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a great fiber product.
Mm.
It will stop gout and or any
Oh,
problems
really?
you have. Yeah. So if you have a
Well, I've never
problem,
had any problems with
if you don't
that.
have a
I
problem, you're
worked
good.
with guys that had gout. It was called the
Um,
rich man's disease because I think it was people that ate lobster or something like that that got gout. I don't know.
Gave up alcohol, never
I
felt
eat
better. Well,
strictly
good,
meat diet,
TJ.
mostly steak, but ground beef. Sometimes coming over to 3 years soon. I also gave up alcohol, never felt better. I'm the same way. I'll tell you one thing: if you want to detox off of something, it's sugar. Ooh,
Sugar's bad, and
ooh.
you'll get withdrawals.
Oh,
I
I
don't
tell
know.
you what, I got immediate relief after 2 weeks
No
of
withdrawals?
none.
Oh, I have bad withdrawals.
Really?
On going one meal a day and staying away from carbs,
Uh-huh.
the first 3 days are tough.
Okay.
My body says it wants bread. My body
Oh,
wants.
dude, I dream about bread.
That's a
You know
withdrawal.
what I mean?
Whether it's physical or mental, it's still a withdrawal. Okay. Yeah, you have an ongoing
I
withdrawal.
sometimes look at Playboy. I'm like going, ooh, bust. Ooh, bust.
Bread. Cinnamon rolls. You're getting off on yeah, never mind. We're not going there.
We're gonna PG, right?
Just try to keep it the PG Paul and Goldfinger show. Uh,
That's funny.
here and to the oldest dog in Dumagetti. Well,
Yeah,
and that's he's
yeah,
a Paul
proud to
too.
be it. I mean, I'm proud to be 70 years old, bro, and
Yeah,
still kicking.
24-hour dry age. Oh God, we
Look
have
at
a
all
lot.
these. Look at all this, man. You got all kinds of
Greetings
people
from
going.
Houston, Texas. We have a lot. There's
You got 70 people here.
and there's a lot of messages I have. I'm going to move this a little bit so you can see them. Here's for you, Life in the Philippines, traveler. A workout video with your wife, baby May. I know you want to see Paul in shorts.
Yeah, it's me they want to see.
In a muscle shirt.
Every time when someone comes up to meet me, they go, "Hey, it's nice to meet you. Can I have a picture with your wife?" "Oh, you don't want a picture with me? No, just your wife.
Here, another day.
I'm a retired chef. I do all my shopping at the wet markets, with the exception of dry goods at the rice place. You can make good food if you have the skills.
Well, they have great shrimp here. I'll give them that.
Really?
Yes, they
I think
do.
they have
You can
crappie
get you can
shrimp.
get jumbo shrimp here
I don't know where.
at the wet market
Oh,
early
really?
in the morning. It's best
See, I
morning.
can't walk in that place.
It does
I
smell.
can't take this odor.
It does smell.
It's brutal, dude.
I send Carolyn.
Well, maybe Lynn goes in there all the time.
I
You
said,
know,
no,
she's in her
anybody
element,
that
dude.
can cook and eat dried fish
Yeah.
can handle a wet
Oh,
market.
yeah.
This is the way it
She's
is.
growing up with it,
Dry
man.
fish is
Oh,
disgusting.
yeah.
That's why they created dirty kitchens,
Yes.
just for dry fish.
Right.
And maybe what is that egg called that they eat the live bird?
Balut.
Balut. Oh my God, that is so gross. I'll they Carolyn bought balut, five balutes, and she showed me, and I go, I'm not kissing you
Oh,
for
yeah.
several days until you brush your teeth and gargle.
Back in the day, May went to the Boulevard, bought 6 balloons, and I went to McDonald's before I was on my diet. And she sat there and ate balut while I ate a Big Mac.
Yeah,
She
the
whooped down 6 of them things.
6 of them.
And you know who else likes them? The dogs. She takes them home, and her and the dogs sit there and eat balut.
Yeah.
Oy.
Isn't it expensive?
Oh, it's
It's
cheap.
cheap.
Yeah.
Just an egg.
And there's different qualities of it. Like she
Seriously.
was griping about the stuff in Valencia wasn't as good as the stuff down on the boulevard.
Do they have them with or without beak or feathers?
They got different ages. There's
It's
different days.
disgusting, dude. Totally.
I can't look at it. I can't think
It's
about it. I
gross.
can't smell it.
I
I
see
can't
pictures
do.
of it. It
No, it's
just turns me
brutal.
off. I mean, I don't want to think about a
Reminds me of that
cow when I
show
eat
Fear
beef.
Factor. You know,
Yeah,
when you had
well,
to
yeah,
eat all that stuff.
I don't want to think about a chicken when I eat chicken or a cow when I eat beef.
Right.
And that's why they renamed it, chicken or beef.
Right.
Okay. I have frog legs. I think of the jumping frogs are so happy, and I'm
Right,
eating his legs off. It's kind of gross.
right,
It turns me off. It's a good diet thing.
yeah,
Think of that instead of bread.
right. Oh man, pasta. I miss pasta and bread.
See,
But I don't miss sugar. It's interesting.
I got to thank you for the ebook. Yeah, in the description, guys, if you want a free ebook, you can send for it. And the link to send it for is in the description. Um, they inject sugar into everything. Well, yes, here sugar's a big thing. Here, read this one. What's next? Okay. Do that too. Too many walking.
I appreciate that. What's
Okay,
next?
thanks. What's next?
Have you ever been to a hotel in Bais? You need to go and eat at the restaurant and their coffee shop. It's amazing. Well,
I
that might be
haven't
a
been there.
day trip for us, huh?
Yeah, have you been I have been to Bais, but I
So
never
have
been
I.
to this
I tell you, poor
Amagorganda.
Bais got brutalized during Odette, during
Oh yeah.
the typhoon.
Did it?
Got hit
It's
hard,
about
man.
3 hours north of here.
Yeah,
3,
yeah,
4 hours.
yeah.
Okay. What do we got? We got yeah. Tony goes,
Tony
I can't
travels
handle it
with
either.
me. He can't do the wet market or dry fish.
Alvin's from Fort Worth. Hello, Alvin. Uh
Life
oh,
in the Philippines traveler likes balut.
16-day duck egg
You're a
boiled
better man
balut
than
is
me.
delicious. I'm American. I eat it. Yeah, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. What are all these things down here? We got
I think. Oh, that's for you to send. I think.
I'm supposed to send it?
No, don't do that.
And
Don't
what
push.
is this?
Stop pushing buttons during a
Add
live stream.
emojis?
You can put a little happy face or something, I guess.
Let me see. Oh, look at that. I got to try an emoji,
All
guys.
right, there you go.
Okay. Oh, I see. And then I have to
Now you're
send it.
commenting.
Oh, then I have to comment.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't want it. Not
No.
right now. All right. So anyway,
Told him not to touch it, but he did it anyway.
that's everything. I don't listen too well.
No.
Amargonda Guest House. Okay, I'm gonna look at this later and write that down. Um, Seaweed Hero. Okay.
Danny's here. Hey, Danny DuBois.
Hey, Danny. Where's the highest area that's close to here? Do you know
The highest?
the highest?
Hey.
Besides Valencia, he's asking if it's Tagate or Baguio. Is it higher?
Oh, Baguio, I believe,
Baguio's
is
higher.
higher. Don't take my word for it, but I know that's really cold up there.
Hi, Danny. You did say Danny was one.
So that would be a high altitude. I believe Baguio is.
This person wants to get the heck out of USA. No, that's what I did. I ain't going back. uh, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try not to go back ever.
Really?
Yeah, I may let my driver's license lapse
Oh,
from the
I
U.S.
left here
I don't really need it
months
here.
ago.
You let
Many,
yours
many.
lapse? I ain't going
Yeah, I
back to
didn't
worry
go.
about it.
When I went back last time, I didn't fool with it.
If I did go back, I wouldn't drive. There's Uber now. Why would I rent a car?
Mm-hmm.
Why be responsible?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I don't want that responsibility
Well,
or
my buddy Mike, he's going to be on the channel. He went back and he hates it here. He didn't say hates it. He
really.
found that Jimmy Getty and the Philippines was just not a fit for him,
Okay.
and he wanted to go back to America. And the reason he's bored out here. He wanted to teach Taekwondo, and he tried 3 or 4 times, and it just didn't work.
Not gonna fly.
And it didn't fly, and he sits around all day and really just doesn't have anything to do. And he's he went back, and it'll be on the channel in a day or two, or whenever it happens. Um, when him and I get together, he bought a house. He bought a little tiny house
Here?
in America,
Oh, in America.
in
Okay.
Tennessee. It's being built. It's
Expensive.
called a tiny house,
Well, maybe in
and he
Tennessee it's not so
paid
bad.
$75,000
Okay,
for it.
yeah, that's
And then
inexpensive.
he bought a brand new Hyundai.
Uh-huh.
So he bought a brand new car, and so he's into this thing 100K. But he's going to be living over there and live here for like a month.
And why is
So
he coming back?
he can go there. He can work. He wants to work like
Ah,
in a gun store, or he wants to teach, and the opportunities there. He also misses the food. He also misses the highways. He's living out in the country, so he's not going to be in the big city, but he's near a big city.
Okay.
So, he can get into,
There's good fishing and hunting in Tennessee.
yeah, there's all kinds of,
Very great
yeah,
fishing.
yeah,
And you can go north and do better, even better hunting.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's not for me.
No, it's not for me, but you know what? We don't all fit into the same slot. But I think it's a great that he gave out here and gave it a shot.
We're all the way up here.
Going to Sikihor is cool for an afternoon, but Sikihor really disappoints me now.
Little,
It's way over commercialized, and there's 1,000,001 backpackers there. Nothing against backpackers, but it used to be this quiet little getaway, and you could go over there and hide for a couple, 3 days, and really relax in beautiful beaches. And now it's just drowned in tourists. So take that for what it's worth.
all
But it's
right.
worth seeing.
Ask if they should bring helmets for kids. No, you
No.
get them cheaper from China on Lazada. Don't bring it. You can get anything on Lazada or in the stores here.
Yeah.
It's cheap. You don't bring appliances, things. Um, let's see. What do you got here? Queens, New York. Here.
Hmm. May always refers to one of the rooms in your house as the stock room. What are you keeping in there? I'll take a case of Kaiser
The
rolls.
whips and chains. I'm going to say the whips and chains and
Well,
harnesses.
your mind just goes right there. doesn't
What? The floss. The
Actually,
the ball and mask.
what does she keep in there? She keeps bags of clothes.
Bags. She
Bags.
does have a lot of clothes.
Dude,
She buys a new outfit for every video, doesn't she?
she buys, she just, we've been together this many years. She's a pack rat. I didn't know this, but she's got all these different clothes that are in bags. I go, why don't you just sell them or give them away? And she comes up with these phony, flabby, friggin' excuses. Oh, they just need to be adjusted. I said, well, then take them to the adjustment lady
Yeah.
and start either wearing them, but laying in a garbage bag, basically, is these big bags of
You got to let me
clothes.
know where she takes it for someone that sews, because I don't know a
She doesn't take
seamstress.
it anywhere. It's just her excuse.
Oh, okay.
So she she just tries to pacify me at the time.
Philip says it
So
wasn't
that's
as
the
bad if it
stock
wasn't.
room. She also has a thing in there where she goes in and it's her prayer room. So every morning she starts off with prayer.
Carolyn does that too. She
Uh,
goes in the closet and she
mm-hmm,
prays and she lights a candle
mm-hmm.
and she burns a spot on the wood. I go to her, why don't you just put it on a plate? Why you keep burning the shelf? You're going to catch the
Right.
place on fire. Okay.
Well, May's got this little statue, I guess you'd call it, figurine
Mm,
of the Mother Mary.
another Mary.
And she gets on her knees and she wears special clothes.
Oh,
She
really?
wears these, yeah, very, not Muslim-like, but very modest, long skirt,
Religious.
sweater, and it's reverence to God,
Very
and
nice.
humbling.
That's
And
very
so that's
good.
how she starts her
That
day.
keeps her in check,
Well, you know
being
what?
in
That's
reality.
one of the things that, because I have a faith system, so I respect that.
Yeah.
And um, so when we were first together, she would go into my little closet and close the door, and it's like, where the hell did that woman go? When I first met her, and I opened the door one day and I saw her in there. She had a prayer book, and
Ah.
she was just reciting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she was going over her daily
I haven't watched
devotional.
Carolyn.
And
I let her do her thing. She
I
closes the
love the
door.
discipline behind that,
Yeah.
and I love the fact that she starts off her day communicating with her Maker, and she gives her problems to him,
So
and
she does this daily.
every day,
Oh, wow.
without fail,
Oh,
before anything else happens.
very Catholic, very religious.
Very much.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Good for her.
But I like the discipline and I
Yeah,
like the
I think
faith.
that's good for her. It's
And
healthy.
you center yourself on something other than yourself
Right.
is healthy. No meism in that.
I usually say God D it, but so I mentioned his name daily. I'm sorry.
You're always talking to him.
Sorry.
You're always cussing him out.
I do think of him daily though.
Yeah.
Thought that counts. Honest to God. Okay, I'm
The
going straight to
blame.
hell. Everybody always says,
Yes, you are.
do you gonna go to a temple or church? I says, no, the altar will light on fire as I cross it, and I will burn to hell. Okay, I'm not going. Okay, planning. Petra 8201 is planning a Michigan winter in Santa Cruz, Zambali. Do you know of any bloggers in that area? Personally, I don't.
I don't.
Uh, let's see. We missed a few people. Sorry. He's not going back to
Somebody
America.
wants to know about the brownouts.
Uh, no, we're gonna skip that. And nobody. Mike doesn't like Balut either. Hi from Queens, New York. Okay, yeah, we did that. Okay, so now we're moving down.
How good is the bagel place? And are they making them? How much US
Where is the bagel
dollars
place?
for one? It's right across from Hypermart. It's called, oh, I can never remember
Really?
anything when I need to.
But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Oh, the furniture store is right across from Hypermart,
What's next to that?
and they make bagels.
Yeah,
And you've been keeping that from me?
yeah. You got to get there early, bro.
I can't. I'm not supposed to eat bagels.
Well, that's my point.
Gosh,
I brought you some because a
I
guy
know.
gave me
They
a
didn't
bunch,
last but 2 days.
and I got them all in the freezer because I can't eat them. And I'll bring them over to you. Well, are you off the carbs or what are you doing?
Don't bring them.
Okay, don't bring them.
Thank you.
I froze them for whoever wants them can have them.
Yeah, I can't. I got to stay away from that. Um, am I still feeding children at the orphanage? I'm no. The answer simply is no.
No.
I had children coming to my apartment before, and I don't. We're in a new location, and we're not set up for it anymore. And I got a little bit of flack from people about feeding children. They were very. There was a lot of accusations which were incorrect because we had parents present, we had the mothers present helping. I don't want to get.
We
When
had
you
video
do it,
cameras there.
no good deed goes
never
unpunished.
does, brother. Yeah, Carolyn was giving lessons, and it was the doors are wide open, and parents are
Windows,
coming and going,
video
and
cameras, all
women are
that,
there.
and
May was
and
there.
people made stupid accusations,
Of course they did.
and you're giving them cheap food, you're spoiling them, or you're all
You
kinds
can
of
never
things.
do anything
I
right.
just forget it. I'm not going to get into that.
I was having a
That's the
laugh the
problem
other
with
day
doing
with a
things
friend of
here.
mine.
You,
Everybody's an expert, especially when they're on
and they
their
have an opinion.
beanbag chair in Oklahoma eating
Yeah.
a Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
They are the experts. Yeah.
So yeah, some people complained about it. I'm not going to get into it, but some people
You know
complained.
what? Just if you're gonna do it again, just do it quietly. That's all.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It didn't pay to advertise it. That's for. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Thank you.
You look like Jimmy Glick.
Jiminy Glick. I don't know who
You
Jiminy
don't know.
Glick is.
It's Martin Short, and he puts on this costume where he's
Oh,
a little bigger.
a
I'll put it
lot
that way.
bigger, no doubt. Well, we're working on
It's
that.
really funny.
1 meal a day, low
It's really
carb. I've been
funny.
very good on it. I actually fasted for 4 days. I didn't quite make it to 5. And then I went into the hospital. We can
Yeah.
talk about that. I went into the hospital and I couldn't eat the food. So that was another 2 days
Yeah.
after I'd eaten for 2 days. And then another
So
2
did you
days.
lose any weight? That's my
I have no
question.
idea because I didn't weigh myself
Well,
before.
how do your clothes feel?
Looser. I feel better too.
Good.
But I don't really need a scale to tell me I'm fat.
No,
I look
nobody
in the
does.
mirror, I'm fat.
Yeah.
I try to hide mirrors. I hang clothes on top of mirrors so I can pass by without seeing reflection. Gotta lose weight. But I actually have lost weight since I've been here. So I've lost 50, 60 pounds. And then I went off it for a while and I gained. It's easier to gain it back than it is to lose it. I'll tell you that. And then I started fasting and I'm doing again low carb 1 meal a day. So give it a month or two. My birthday's in a month. I was hoping to get down a little bit in a month, maybe a little bit.
Hey,
Oh look, what
you
did I
got
get?
you got a silver level
I got a silver minute
gift.
level. Thank you.
Whit,
Thank you,
Whit,
Whit.
Whit did it.
Thank you very
Let's
much.
see. Steve Day here. I remember that name. We met for coffee at Critter Republic, still reflect on our conversation. I retired last October. What are you doing here?
How do I close this damn thing?
I don't know.
Let's see what happens when I touch it.
I told you quit touching
I
this thing.
touched something.
I can't. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
there we go.
Oh, wait. Oh, we had it.
It
What?
won't let me close it.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to close something.
Just go
Remove.
outside of it and hit the click button.
I tried. I went outside of it. I tried hit.
There. You had it.
It disappears and it comes back. How do I get rid of this?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of it. I can't get rid of it. Uh, I don't know what to do. And everything on it is go to channel, pin.
Pin the
I'll
message.
pin it.
Pin your
How
message.
about I
That'll
pin it?
satisfy.
I'll pin
Okay.
it.
There you go. Okay, you
All right,
pinned it.
there we go.
Whew, got that over with.
Yeah.
Where was I? I was talking
I
to
don't know.
Steve
You're
Dave
reading
for a
some.
second here. See, still reflect on our conversation. I retired last October, and my dad
Congrats.
passed 2 weeks ago. I'm
I'm
sorry to
sorry.
hear about your father.
Yeah.
My obligations are done. Asia
Asia
bound.
bound.
Well, rock on, brother.
Uh,
Let's get together and have another cup of coffee.
no good deed goes unpunished. That's too bad, right? Whit?
Goldfinger's gay lover is here. Weren't we talking about trolls
Hey,
before?
I was talking about somebody who used my name. Now I'm Goldfinger Gay.
Gay's lover.
Gay's lover. Should we put him on a timeout?
Oh, you should pin that one.
You really think I should pin that one?
You take the nastiest comment that I can find and put it on top. Because it's just a
I don't
comment.
like that, but
Okay. Well, you can remove it if you want, or put him in timeout, or hide him, or whatever you want to
we
do.
hit him. Okay.
Yeah, because using your name's not cool.
My old name. My name is actually Goldfinger. It's we do the Filipino people and help feed. Well, and the other problem was with that with feeding people is everybody said you should just donate rice. You should get everybody bags of rice. You shouldn't be helping just 30 or 40 people. I mean, everybody has an opinion. It's difficult. Silver finger. What's this one? Oh, here we go.
Oh, he's like Jimmy Glick because he's a terrible interviewer as well. He doesn't
Well,
let other people
gee,
talk.
thank you for that.
Oh, he's doing fine. Come on.
And then this guy says, I'm an enjoyable viewer. Well, thank you very much. So I was in the hospital. Let's talk a little bit. I think I could get some comments up.
Okay.
Ace Hospital.
Ooh, bad
And
choice.
the reason being is, yeah, it wasn't the best. I've never stayed there before overnight. I will never stay there again overnight.
No.
And if they offer me a private room, I will next time take it
Yes.
because I said, oh, ward. It means a couple people, no big deal. I'll
I
just
commented on that. I go, he was in the ward. She goes, why didn't he get a private room? I said, we were trying to save money. And you know what May said? She goes, it's 2,500. I said, get out of
they
here.
raise it. It's 3,000. Damn
Oh,
it.
is it?
Yeah.
You're going to get sicker laying with five
Oh
people
my God.
coughing and wheezing and
So
flirting
I
on
walk
you.
in the ward room and I said, I'm not spending 3,000 extra pesos, 50 bucks
Oh,
roughly.
come on.
Okay. I don't need it. I'm just one night, right?
Yeah.
So I go into the room and I open up this big wide door because they put the bed, they roll the beds in and the wheelchair stuff. And I see one guy on the right, a bathroom, and a guy and a bed in the back. And I'm going, two people, no big deal. I close the door, there's 4 beds on the left, and they're hacking and they're
My
coughing. A
point.
guy is throwing up. And then they all have two relatives with them,
Watchers.
watchers.
Yeah.
So 6 beds,
Yeah.
and we have another 10 people in the room.
Uh-huh.
Okay. My dogs are going off. Somebody's at the gate.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody can hear my dogs, but they're going crazy. So I have Einstein and now I have Rocky. So I have an outside dog and an inside dog. Anyway, next time, private room. That's one. Also, it takes forever. I waited 3 hours for a nurse to come and say, "What's the problem?" I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And then they want you to they put me on IV, I think purposely so I'd have to spend the night. I don't think they needed to put an IV on me, okay? But they go, "Well, that's how we're gonna give you your medicine." Give me a pill. I could take it orally, but, I'm not a doctor, okay?
Well, that
Um,
hospital's a money grab.
I will say this, though. I do have, Pacific Cross,
Mhm.
and Pacific Cross covered 100% of the costs.
Good.
Uh,
Should have got the
I had to
friggin'
pay for
private room.
I should have got well, they wouldn't cover private rooms
Oh, they
because
would.
on Pacific Cross, you pay more money, quite a bit more money for a private room, and you can. But Michael said, just pay the 3,000. I figured, oh, I'll be cheap and Jewish, so I did.
Okay.
Um,
You got what you paid for,
and
did
you have to pay for your own medicine. So I had
Well,
not the medicine in the
everywhere.
hospital, but anything that they give you out, they give you a prescription outside the hospital.
That's everywhere.
And so it cost me 2 or 3,000. But what happened was I used a topical solution for bug repellent. And we're not going to say the name, but it's the opposite of on.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
And the opposite of on, I put on daily.
Mhm.
to keep bugs off instead of anything natural like peppermint or eucalyptus creams or things like that, which they have natural. And I'd used those for a long time, but I ran out. So I happened to be passing by on the checkout counter, and they had the opposite of on for sale, a 2-pack, 2 for 1. I bought it. So I started using it daily. The DEET in it started burning my skin, and I started scratching. And then I kept using it, not knowing that, because it took several weeks for this to happen, and not realizing it was the bug repellent that was causing it. I kept scratching, and so I cut through the top layer of your skin, not knowing what the name of it is, and I got infections. And meanwhile, I'm still using the product. Now it's getting underneath the skin into the infections and causing more infections that's spreading to my arms and my legs.
Pouring
Not good.
gas on the fire.
Yeah, it's just not good. So it got so bad, it got swollen, it got red blotches, it was hot, um, fever. I had to go to emergency. It was, and it finally dawned on me. Like I'm going like, what am I allergic to? What's going on? Why is it getting worse? I couldn't figure. It finally dawned on me. I says, oh my God, it's the product I'm putting on daily. Because every time I put it on, it would burn. I'm like, duh. So, it's over now, but I'm almost cleared up.
How'd
I'm
they
on
clear it up? Did they use antibiotics?
antibiotics,
Yeah.
intravenous antibiotics, and antibiotics I'm still taking for the next 4 days.
Okay.
Topical solutions lotions that have bacteria, uh, you know, uh, killers. So I don't know what
So
you
you're
call
not
it.
going to use that product anymore.
No, hell no,
No.
I won't use it. I guess it's only it's like one-time use. Like if you're going to go into the jungle, it's not something you're supposed to use daily. Okay, so there is a product you can use daily. They sell it at Watson's, and it's peppermint eucalyptus cream. It's a natural deterrent,
Mhm.
and it won't hurt your body or affect you. It doesn't have DEET. But hey, long story short, I'm okay.
Cool.
Hospital stay was something else. The food was unedible. Uh Week and a half. Week's coming here. Okay, cool. Uh, but people criticizing, people criticize everything.
Well, they sure do.
Uh, let's see, Big Steve, what happened to your gay lover? Are you courting Randall now?
Who's that directed at? Me or you?
I don't know. Does it really matter? We're going up.
Still business who my gay lover is.
Oh, you push the buttons. That how you
Also,
make it?
good interview with Bud you got there.
Okay. Yeah, that was go away, picture. It's blocking me. Yeah, Bud's a great guy. I should have him on regularly. I think I'll have him on once a month if he's up to it. Um,
Paul can barely keep his eyes open. Really?
you look okay to me.
I'm pretty wide awake, to
He's
be
having
honest with you.
coffee. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna hide that.
Scratching is an STD.
Yeah, well, let's see. How do you hide you?
That's the one you want.
We'll put him well. He's made a few comments. We'll just stop that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what else?
What else? What?
So we were talking earlier about trolls, and you
Mm,
said Mike Philippines has trolls.
everybody.
Everybody has trolls.
Everybody.
Why?
That's a good question. There's just a
Why do
reason
trolls
they don't.
exist? I don't
You
understand.
rub people the wrong way, I suppose. I
Well,
honestly
I
think
don't say anything bad about anybody in particular, so I don't know why, you know.
my dime story evaluation
Uh,
is because I researched trolls when I started the channel. I was really shocked when I first started, and people started saying these awful things to me. And I was like, "What did I say to you?
yeah, right.
You know,
What'd you do wrong?
what's wrong with this dude?"
Baby May has trolls.
Oh, big time. Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
And so I researched it, and of all people, Dr. Phil was the one that addressed it.
Okay.
And he said that the majority of trolls are narcissists. They have psychiatric issues.
Okay.
They're insecure, and
Okay.
they do what's called projecting. So if they call you a deadbeat dad, for example,
Oh,
it's most likely because they
they are
are
a
a
deadbeat dad.
deadbeat dad.
Okay. Okay.
If they have women issues, it's because they have women issues. And so, and on it goes. You know, any
Hmm.
more examples. So whatever they're talking about on here is usually what's what
They're
their inadequacy is,
projecting their
and they
own
project that
inadequacies.
onto you.
Yeah.
And for some reason, and then there's the sadist. Those are the guys that want to hurt your feelings, and they want to make you cry, especially women, and they want to make you upset and sad, and that actually gives them sexual pleasure.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
It's totally sick.
yeah,
And it's not gonna
yeah,
work. I hate to tell you guys, it ain't gonna work.
yeah.
I have
But
a more
they
positive outlook. I look at the glass as being half full. I don't
right.
care where it is.
Well, that's their motivation. You asked me about the trolls,
Yeah, that's
and
weird.
so when I understood that, they stopped bothering me because I said, "Oh, I'm dealing with someone that's not right upstairs to begin with, so why get mad at him or her? Why? You know?"
I get it.
Then it didn't have any impact on me anymore.
Huh.
But I do have a problem if I have a guest on the channel,
Uh-huh.
especially if I have a female,
And they start
and
saying,
especially if it's a Filipina, and they start making rude or lewd comments about her. I don't care.
does she get to read them as well?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
So on those, I do what I hate to do, which is I hold all comments for review. And those are really laborious because you can make your comment and there can be 50 comments in the queue, but I have to look at them first before I release them. And so I've done
How do you
videos.
do that? You're gonna have to show me how to do
I
that.
can show you how to do
I have
that.
no idea. Okay.
But for me, when I do a video, or if I do it with you or another guy, I just tell the guy, hey man, you're going to take some beatings on this. Are you
Yeah.
cool with that? And if he says, yeah, I go, okay. And I throw him to the wolves along with me.
Yeah, I've had a few people that
But the
ask me,
females, I won't take it. I won't
you
stand
won't
for
stand
it.
for it.
And the girls will get devastated. You know, you put
They're very,
any Filipino, I don't care if she's 20 years old or if she's 60 years old.
they wear their heart on the
Oh
shoulder.
my God, it just devastates them.
Yeah.
Chismis and what people say and gossip,
They can't imagine
and
people
they
be so
can't
rude
take
and
it.
yeah, they're not used to
They're
it.
super sensitive.
That's
And
true.
I'm aware of that, so I try to protect them as
Well,
much
that's
as
good.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you've been doing this for how many years have you had a
5 years
YouTube?
now.
6 years?
Five.
5 years.
Yeah,
And how long have you lived here?
8.
And what started you to do a YouTube? I think it was you wanted to record like a biography of
Actually, I did a Facebook video, and
okay,
it was called Why I Moved to the Philippines,
okay.
and I wasn't going to do YouTube at all. Um, I lived here for 2.5 years before the channel sprung on.
Yeah.
But I just did this Facebook video that I posted up on Facebook, and it resonated with all these people.
Mm.
A lot of them YouTubers.
Who were you watching at the time? Rick?
Well, before I came out here, I watched Rike and Bud Brown and a
Okay.
guy named Ned, and that was about it, the end of that. There
All
was a
right.
few guys in Cebu that I watched. Um, but once I moved out here, I stopped watching YouTube. I didn't
Yeah,
watch
that
anybody
happened a little
anymore,
bit.
you know?
I still watch some things
Yeah,
if I the title's right and I want to see
yeah, if there's
what's
something I
something
can
interesting.
learn,
Right.
I'll watch it. Yeah. A
But
lot of the legal advice or
how did you figure YouTube out?
Monte Crew.
Okay.
So I didn't want to do YouTube. And all these guys were saying you should do a channel. And I said, I don't really want to do a channel. I can just do Facebook because I was doing Facebook just for my family and friends.
Okay.
And Monte Crew says, you know, you double up on what if Facebook goes away and you can still have this video diary of your life for family and friends. And I said, well, that sounds good. And I said, but I don't know how to do it. So Monty spent 2 days over at my house setting it up for me.
Very good.
And
Very
that's how
nice.
him and I became good
And so he
friends.
started you.
Yeah. So
You've helped people since.
I've
You
always
returned the
given
favor.
Monty his due.
Yeah.
And I've always told the world that, you know, he's the dude that is responsible for
Very good.
them having to endure me.
Yeah, very good. I'm not sure why I started, to be honest with you. I'm trying to think back, but I can't. People kept asking me to, but
Yeah.
I think it's because you didn't have a studio, and I thought like the idea of a podcast, and you had talked to me several times about a podcast, and because it was taking a little bit longer for you to build your house with a
Mhm,
podcast room,
mhm, mhm,
I said, well, now when I moved here, I says, I actually have the room to do one,
mhm,
and it intrigued me, the podcast.
mhm,
I didn't really expect to have a YouTube channel,
mhm.
but you have to have a YouTube channel in order to do a podcast,
Correct.
and I didn't know that. And then once I created people to ask me questions, and I started answering them, and it just boom, it just boom.
Yeah.
Like, now people wanna know everything about me, and it's kind of up I don't feel totally comfortable about it.
Mhm.
Somebody wants me to completely videotape the house, all the
Yeah,
grounds,
don't do it.
and where I live, and what I
Don't do
did,
it.
and how I paid it, and everything else, and don't do it. And another person wants me to know all about the Carolyn's Easy Rider rentals and how we rent them, who we rent it to, and how we advertise. And it's like it's kind of personal. I'm not sure if I could do that.
Yeah, the biggest mistake I ever made when it got 250,000 views of all things was when we moved to the house.
Uh-huh.
And stupid me, I took everybody via motorbike to get directly to my house. And the
But
next,
anybody could find me.
well, that's just it. Anybody was able to now find me. And
Yeah,
what May and I really value is our privacy. When we're home, we're home.
I understand.
We're not out. And so we had people knocking on the door. We had people at the gate. Um, and that was pretty much
I remember you
mellowed
said
out.
somebody came in through the gate, came
Oh,
over the gate,
twice.
something,
Yeah.
and knocked on the door, and you guys
Yeah,
were
yeah.
heard for
Yeah.
visitors,
Yeah.
and it was
And I had a
but
couple of drunk Australians out front saying the rudest things,
oh,
yelling through the door at May, and she was terrified. And so
oh, that's scary.
we had to change our lifestyle. We had to put a lock on the gate, and we had to put up this, and we had to put up that. And,
But because I rent or Carolyn rents bikes here and it's out there,
mm,
it's on Google Maps,
yeah,
it's my home, it's
yeah,
also Carolyn's business.
you're
I'm
more of a
very
target than
exposed.
I am.
And I've had friends come over unannounced,
Uh-huh,
like I'll be on a live or I'll
uh-huh.
be, uh, I'm trying to edit a
Hmm.
video. And it's like, guys, I have to ask you to leave. I'm so sorry, but I have 2 hours worth of work here. And people go, they get a little upset with me because
Yeah, we're
one person in particular says, "You're asking me to leave." I says, "I have to for now. If you want to come back in about 3 or 4 hours, I'd love to have you come back or call me first or text me because I got a lot of work to do and I got to get this out tonight
right,
and I can't, you know."
right.
Or somebody wanted to be here while you and I were doing a live. They said, "Oh, they'll just sit outside." And I'm going, "I don't think that's going to work very well." I says, "I
Why?
don't.
Why did they want to just
Why?"
sit outside today?
It was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay,
We on one of our first, I think,
okay.
and and I said, I don't think that's I thought about it, and I go, they said, oh, I'll just sit outside. I'll be quiet. I'll just sit, with a table outside with the fan going and blah blah blah. And I'm going, well, why are you coming here? We're going to be busy for an hour, or so, or more. And he goes, well, I'm not a groupie. I'm not following you, but I said, well, to be honest with you, I think it would be a little bit distracting to know that somebody's sitting outside my door while I'm trying to do
Yeah,
a podcast with Paul inside.
yeah,
And I think it would just be a little bit distractive. And
right.
so I'm going to have to ask you not to.
Yeah.
Nice friend,
Uh-huh.
good person. He understood.
Hmm.
He took it well. He took it in the right way.
Hmm.
But it does, it sometimes does uh, obstruct your privacy.
Yes, it does.
It does kind of get in there.
Yeah.
We're not looking at any of these
But
comments.
fortunately, on my end, it's not happening anymore. It happened big time after COVID, and the place opened back up.
Uh,
But now it's
not so
very,
much.
very rare that somebody
They
comes
don't
by the
seek you out.
house. No.
I got to make it warmer. It's getting cold. Why don't you go ahead and read some comments while I figure out how
Okay.
to lower this or raise the temperature?
Let's see. Is there an updated ebook? That's a great question.
I'm at version 33. There'll be another one coming out in about 2 months, 34. So I don't know which version they have. I have to see what version they have, and they can email me and I'll give them a new version.
Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Love Monty Crew Family Channel, as you should. He's a
Yes.
good man. She's a good woman. Did you see Jules' wife did a video on his channel? Sure do miss him and the videos. Yeah, we all miss Jules.
Yes, I
I
do
saw
miss
his kid
Jules.
the other day. She's got one kid stayed behind, and I
Okay.
saw him about, I don't know, 3 weeks
So the
ago.
boy that was
He came up, gave us a big hug, and
he
he
the
was
boy
really
that was on
sweet.
the video with Joel's wife?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good kid.
Yeah, great kid. Great kid.
Yeah.
I like Monty. I am glad you started your channel. Well, thank you very much, Alvin. I remember Paul's first and second YouTube live shows. Oh,
Wow.
Delta
So
Chris.
kid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
impressed.
Chris, my Eric Clapton fan. Man, Paul, you all are so nice. I can't imagine the drama you had to endure. That's crazy. Well, it was a little drama. but it was self-inflicted, without knowing.
Yeah.
I sat there and led everybody by the nose, never thinking that they would come over. But can you imagine if some of the bigger vloggers that are out there live
Yeah.
here, I won't mention them, but they're 5 times the size of me. And just imagine what would and females,
They basically have to have security now.
imagine
I
what
was in
they
that
do.
position I used to do commercials for my jewelry stores, and it was and I was on hundreds of times in a week. I used to buy blocks of 1,000 15-second commercials on in Las Vegas. I had to have a security guard. People were stalking me.
Hmm.
People tried to grab the jewelry off my neck. I had
Hmm.
people that would damage my vehicle. I had death threats. I had a bomb threat in my store, jewelry store. Finally, just I had to hire full-time security, and it was a little bit. I had a lot of fun, but there's parts of it that are not so nice. I can imagine, and I was just a paid for, you know, on TV. Imagine real stars that make movies and stuff. The
Can you
problems they must
imagine?
have. Yeah,
Can you imagine?
they have to have all kinds of security
Wow.
and be worried
Yeah.
because there's crazies. And some people were just nice. I actually had some people that wanted my autograph, and I laugh at it because I'm not a star.
Well,
I,
yeah,
I'm just on TV, and you've seen me
yeah, yeah,
multiple
yeah,
times. But,
yeah.
but I used to wear a top hat, lots of jewelry, and that was my
You
thing.
just
It
imagine
was a
this.
Frank Sinatra. Of course, I was thinner, younger. I wore a lot of chains, big diamonds. I had a belt
You're
buckle
like
with
Mr. T.
I had a 100-carat diamond belt buckle in 18-karat gold. I had to have a security guard.
Yeah.
That thing alone was worth
Yeah, a
a
lot of
fortune.
money on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Oh well.
and
Not too many people. You know what? Not too many people can say that.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I'd get invited to all kinds of things, grand openings and stuff. But some of them were like little darlings.
Remember little dogs?
Needed judges the girls. So I'd be invited to little darlings in Las Vegas, which is a nice little gentlemen's club.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
it was
And
brutal.
yeah, but some openings were interesting. Or if I walk into a restaurant sometimes at a hotel, they'd give me the best table, like I'm a
That's
star.
something.
And I'm going like, why, and with my wife at the time, uh, why are we being seated like right in the middle with all this attention and everything? It was kind of weird because I'm
Yeah.
not a star. I'm just,
No,
but they'd recognize me.
you're just recognizable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd recognize me, and I always wore the top hat, black top hat.
Uh-huh.
I always wore Italian clothes, shirts, very pressed shirts with collars and it's yeah.
You were over the top.
I had a lot of fun with that. I had a ring on every finger
Wow.
with diamonds.
Wow.
I had a 5-carat diamond on one finger.
Holy mackerel.
It was 80,000 and this is years ago. This is back in 2007. So yeah, I played it for all it's worth.
Yeah.
And so whatever.
You lived your life.
I had fancy cars with the top down.
Yeah. And look at you now.
I'm a nobody.
Look at you. No, but I mean that. But I
I'm
mean, look
happier
at your
now.
lifestyle now.
I'm happier now.
Isn't that something? The more you simplify it,
Yeah,
the less
it was
stuff
a
you
lot
have
of
dragging
pressure.
down.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a lot of pressure. I'm
Yeah.
happier now.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
everybody goes, would you want to go back there?
Yeah,
No,
no,
I don't want to go back.
no way
It's
not.
fun. It was interesting. It's a time in my life. But no.
Every day is a moment in time,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you just live it to the fullest
I had fun with it.
and
I could
enjoy
do
it.
anything I want. I could buy anything I want.
I look at it as a phase.
Yeah.
You went through your phase,
I did it.
and then you did it.
I did some things that
It's
nobody can
over
do.
with. No.
I could order 500 bottles of wine,
Mhm.
and I one time bought a whole restaurant out just for a birthday party for
Mhm.
myself and 25 of my best friends at an
Mhm.
Italian restaurant in a hotel in a casino. I bought out the
Mhm.
restaurant for the night and we had a great time.
Yeah.
Great memories. Would I do it again?
No.
No. No.
No. You've been there. You've done that.
Yeah,
You
I've
got the
been there,
T-shirt.
done that.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Let's see.
Uh,
You have an echo on your mic.
oh man. The video with the con man, I don't know, is he talking to me?
Oh, what happened to the video you dropped earlier about the trial of the con man? It got removed. Yeah, I did remove that, Charles. I got
Oh.
the woman that I did on the video last night because there was a trial yesterday. There wasn't a trial. There was a evidentiary hearing about the contractor, And
Oh,
so,
okay, that's what they're talking
let
about.
me address that. The woman that did the video with me asked me to take it down, simply because she thought it was too early to release that information. And so I understood her logic. And
Okay.
so I said, absolutely. And I took it down.
So it was up for a little
It
while,
was
and
up for maybe 2 hours and
can
then,
you save it and repost it
oh, I've
later?
got it. I don't know if I'll repost it or not.
You just put it on
Um,
private, right?
I just put it on private.
So it's
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's still there. I don't delete anything. But I've
Let's
taken down a
send
number
it
of
to me.
videos. People have requested, please
I'm
take my video down.
uh,
And the funny story is I've had women
still
on the
getting an
channel
echo.
with guys
Ah,
and they're with their boyfriend,
yeah.
and I used to interview them at the house.
I'm still getting an echo. Guys, for 1 second, I'm going to lower my mic gain. Let me just go to it. I'm going to lower it a little bit. And maybe this will take care of the echo. And let's go back. All right. Well, you'll have to let me know if I'm still getting an echo. Sorry, guys. I have a big mouth with a loud voice. So I moved my mic ways away and I also lower the gain. We'll see if that works. Paul, right here.
There we go. When you bought a new Toyota there, anything like Toyota Care? Oh, Toyota Care offered. I asked about that, and they do not offer extended warranties.
No?
They don't offer
Are they
any
good for
maintenance
service?
plans. I've been happy with the service.
Yeah.
You're paying dealership prices, but I think it was $200 after 10,000 miles or kilometers, um, to go in and have them go over the whole car.
All right.
And so and synthetic oil. So I'll take it back in and spend another 200 or 300 bucks on whatever they got to do. And to me, it's a great bargain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Car was cheap
I
as
know the car was a
hell,
deal. And you got
and
it
it's
when things were
reliable
like
as
almost
hell.
60 to 1,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
Saved
peso.
2 grand off the sticker
And
price.
then they had a sale on it as well.
Well, they gave me, they gave me free insurance for the year,
Okay.
full coverage insurance. That was the special. Every month they have a special.
All right.
It's worth about 20,000 pesos or 400 bucks or however you want to compute it. So,
That wasn't bad.
that was good at the time. Yeah.
Life in Philippines. My favorite casino. I used to go to Aliante because I lived in the Aliante retirement community. I actually wasn't 55 at the time, but they allowed, if you buy from the owner of the property, he allowed 10% that could be underage. So I wasn't 55. And Aliante, I could walk to it. And they gave me, I think, a 50,000 line of credit. And I was a big man there. They give me free rooms and free food and free steak dinners, and I gambled, and I didn't really care if I had a lot of money to waste, so I'd play in the high rollers several times.
You ever win big?
Win?
Yeah.
I've been in the win. I don't
No,
like
no, no, no. Did you ever win a big amount of money?
mostly no. Mostly I lost a big amount of money.
Yeah,
I
okay.
wasn't a
Well,
good
that's the way it's
gambler.
supposed to work. Yeah.
I like blackjack.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Not the best odds on blackjack,
No.
and I wasn't a good blackjack player.
Okay.
I went with emotion and I drank while I played.
Okay.
Big
Perfect.
mistake.
Well, that's the formula they've set up
Well, of
for you.
course, it was free drinks. They made sure they
They
got
don't
me.
know. They're not
I love the
stupid.
drinks. I
Yeah.
love anything free. If it's FREE, I love it. I had free food, free drinks, free rooms if I
Yeah.
wanted it.
All for
And
$50,000.
yeah, and and I sometimes lose big. I don't remember ever making big.
Right.
They loved me.
Right.
Yeah. But I had fun there.
Yeah.
And I could take my wife at the time was Joyce. I'd take Joyce there, and we'd have a great steak dinner in the charcoal room.
Oh, the charcoal room. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was nice. I mean, we had really fine dinner, 5-star
Yeah. Yeah.
restaurant. Free meal
You know,
on.
I had the best
It
steakhouse
only
in
cost me
Vegas.
$20,000 for that steak dinner.
Right.
What's the best steak in Vegas?
The best steakhouse in Vegas, when I lived there, I can't speak for it today, was in all places the Circus Circus.
Really?
You
Huh?
would never think it. But my friend Mike Welty, who later became a pastor,
Yeah.
he used to run the RV division
Okay.
of Circus Circus when they had RVs there. This is back in the 90s. And so he was like one of the super bosses there. He was big, big, big,
Okay.
and really, really a very humble, mellow guy. And he gave my wife and I, at the time, a comp
Okay.
into the
Cool.
steakhouse
That
because
was
we
nice.
really couldn't afford it with 3 kids and all that stuff. And steak you can and my friend Wayne, who lived there forever, he knew that the steakhouse inside of Circus was the best steak and lobster in town.
Probably was because Circus was a big name
But it was geared for
back.
kids and it was all quirky
Yeah,
and it was nasty inside and it
I've
had
been to that
all the
steakhouse,
arcade games and all
but I
that
have
kind of
been to the
stuff.
steakhouse. I don't know the name, but it is very good.
It's
And there's
delicious.
another one down at South Point that I used to go to all the time. They were originally the restaurant was originally, I think it was called the Wagon Wheel or Barnaby or
Oh, I
something,
remember that. Yeah.
way back in the day.
Yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
very well-known established steakhouse.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
when they built South Point, which South Point had a different name. I don't remember what its first name was, but they renamed it South Point.
Uh-huh.
Went through a couple. They moved the restaurant there. We're talking four, five. This is many years ago. $400 or $500 dinners for two people.
I've never
Okay,
done that.
yeah. And I used to go there at South Point. I'm not going to remember the name of the restaurant, but it was first class. I mean, they'd bring out multiple tiers of appetizers and breads and cakes and really good. It was not just a meal. It literally
It was the
it
experience.
was an experience. You were there for a couple hours. I'll be honest. I mean, you were there. You couldn't get in and out of there in an hour because it was yeah. And they used real silverware and things like that, and tablecloths and napkins, and they do it out and dangle it. And the first time he dangles it and puts it down in my lap, I'm looking at him like,
Right. Right.
here's the napkin, sir. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
But it was really nice. It was nice. I used to go there all the time when I was a big roller.
Well,
Uh,
the older we get, the greater we work.
what a waste of money. God almighty. I wish I had that money. I threw so much money away. You have no idea. I wish I had it.
Uh,
What was the name of the jewelry store? I lived in Las Vegas. It was called, well, I was in, I don't remember. Wow, that's weird. It was in rainbows. It might have been rainbow jewelry. I can't remember, to be honest with you. I had three jewelry stores and I don't remember. It wasn't Goldfinger. I'll tell you that. I'll have to think about that. Sorry, Karate Kid. I can't remember. Uh, anything. Let's see. Oh God. All right.
May has an acquaintance named Nicole. I love her.
Just for your
Just for your
information, Paul.
information. Well, Nicole's taken, so sorry.
Why do I still have an echo? I don't know, guys. Not that your
It
audio is
says that I
loud.
look tired. Do I look tired to you?
Not to me.
Okay.
Okay, they're still saying I have an echo. I
Maybe it's
don't know
just
why I have an
my
echo.
age showing. I'm
Um,
wide awake. I'm chipper as can be.
can't fix it. Sorry, guys. I don't know why. Oh, there
I
we
don't
go.
know why my comments or something.
Where'd he
Where'd it
go?
go?
Where'd it go?
Back up. Go back up. I don't
Oh,
know why my comments never get read. I guess I'm in the redheaded stepchild. Time for bad good night,
well,
guys.
we read it this time.
Oh, there you go,
Okay,
DJ,
but
sweet daddy.
sorry,
You
sweet
might have
daddy.
skipped him.
Uh, Are you guys planning on any guests with stories? And I'm still laughing at Daryl. Story about the streets with girlfriend. I don't know. We have stories that come up from time to time. Uh, not sure what you're talking about here, Alvin. 50,000 steak and room. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes you pay for those free steaks. What show was this?
that was a commercial. He's talking about your
Oh,
commercials.
uh,
You didn't have
I
the
had a
actual show, did you?
I didn't have a show. I had commercials. I had
Yeah.
15 and 30-second commercial spots. My store was right across from Pawn Stores. We fed off of what they didn't buy because they didn't know what they were doing. Uh, yeah, the guy in Detroit. Yeah, that's Gold. His now last name is Gold, the one in Detroit. Um, need to position the mics on the side of the face. It might help on the side of the face. I don't know. The microphone's actually, I don't know. I can move it to the side. Here, let's try that. I don't think that's going to work, but now I can't do that. I got to do it this side, guys, so I can read. All right, I'm positioned to the side. Maybe that'll help. I don't think so, but you can tell me if you can hear me. I spent many a weekend at El Cortez in the poker room, famous downtown Las Vegas hotel,
Went
old
there many
downtown.
times.
Yeah, always a treat to play with Jackie Gone, a mentor of Steve Wynn.
Yep.
I played a blackjack there quite a few times. They actually have some nice restaurants there. They also have a very good steakhouse there, as I remember. They had a prime rib special. Of course, I'll know the specials at
Yeah,
this, but they had a prime rib special there on a certain night of the week, and I used to go there and I play blackjack because they had $5 tables. I didn't like the $25 tables too much. I like the $5 tables.
can't find them now.
No, no.
Now, Jackie Gunn is like the father of Las Vegas, I think. He
Is
came
he?
up with the cheap food, the 99-cent shrimp
Well,
cocktail.
it's not cheap anymore.
No, but that
When
was
that
his thing, was to get you through the door.
Lady Luck disappeared. I
Right,
mean, there's no more
right.
99 cent. And I can remember it being
No.
49 cent.
Uh-huh.
That's or maybe even 39 when I
Right,
was a kid.
right,
My dad would take me there and we get two
right.
or three cocktails, shrimp cocktails
Yeah,
at
sure.
Lady Luck. Yeah, I
That
miss
was their
that.
gig, was to get you.
Yeah.
All he wanted to do was get you through the door.
I did not meet John Taffer that I remember from Bar Rescue. No, I don't remember seeing him. Oh God, things
Who's
move
Bar
fast.
Rescue?
Shut. All right. Um, God. Susan had a good senior deal on Decatur, a free salad bar. Uh,
Yeah, post one of your commercials. Find one of those bad boys and
I
put them
have
on here.
one. I wonder how I can.
That would be
How
cool.
do I upload the video? I have to
I
figure.
don't
I'll
know.
have to ask Carol, and she'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I have one or two on my phone. Well, it's really old. Um, can you go back to interviewing Filipinas? Obviously, I'm not interesting. At your house, we got interrupted by the mics. Okay. Uh, oh, Paul's picking up the echo. It could be, but he has a screen in front of it
Do I have
blocking.
an echo?
They're
Or
saying
they're
that my
saying you
echo
have
might
one.
be from yours.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I need to turn yours down. How loud is Paul when Paul talks?
Am
Maybe
I
maybe
coming through clear, or
yeah
because we can't figure this out until you guys tell
yeah I
us?
know.
I always like the
The
pasta
pasta
pirate.
pirate and Cal. We gotta bring back old memories here. Steak and lobster. Yeah
Glenn Lynch. I leave messages on Messenger, no reply. Is there one right now?
yeah.
Because I reply to all messages on Messenger. You might be going to spam. I'll have to check spam, Glenn. That's the problem. I
Uh,
go into my Messenger and I always forget there are people that they're not friends with me on Facebook. It goes right to spam.
oh, does it?
Man, I found messages from 3 years ago. I
Oh my
felt
God,
really
it's a
guilty
little late.
because they were really nice messages. They were just saying, "Hey, I just want to say Merry
A
Christmas" or
little
something
late.
like that, and it was like, "Oh no."
Still
So
echoing.
I apologize, bro. I will look to spam when we're done
One
with
person
this.
says we're both clear. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna turn Paul's down. I'm gonna bring my microphone back. I'm gonna try turning Paul's down. Anyway, let's see. I gotta move this a little bit like that.
Echoing
Let's see
still.
what else we have. Uh, okay, give me 1 second, guys. We're gonna try another adjustment here.
Calvin just said we're both clear.
I'm gonna move you down a little bit too, because you were
Yeah,
all the
move me
way up.
down.
So let's try that.
But they're
Okay,
better than before. Before
better
they
than
couldn't
before.
hear us.
Well, we'll keep going. Well, how long have we been on for anyway? We've been on for over an hour.
Okay, we said 90 minutes, right?
Did we? I don't remember. Okay, yeah, well, that makes it 11:30 at their time in
I
the
think
East
it's
Coast.
perfect. I think 90
Okay.
minutes is enough of us,
All right,
two of
guys.
us
So
anytime.
another 15 minutes.
Hey, you got 149 people in the house and 57 crappy likes. So let's get going with the like button there, pal. If you're
Well,
watching this right now,
yeah, but I got
don't
zero
make
chat
me
revenue.
don't make me come after you.
I got
What?
chat revenue.
Yeah, you got Zippo. You didn't get any
You didn't give me any money.
nobody gave you any love today. I will.
I can't turn the mic all the way down to zero. You won't hear them at all, so that won't work. But I did lower it a little bit, a couple dBs. Anyway, so we had 429 views. That's cool. We have 150 concurrent viewers. That's 3 times what I get. It's all due to Paul. He's the dog, the big dog. Hit the like button. Yeah, we always have to say that. Uh,
You're welcome,
you,
Oscar.
you're welcome. Yeah, Oscar still. You think I got a thumbs up? Uh, so
Hey,
anyway,
see there? You ask, you get 70 likes. We went up to 70 likes.
cool.
Can we get 100 likes?
Yeah, we're gonna need 100
That's
likes,
the
guys.
grind.
That's
We're
the
putting the
grind.
grind on you guys.
Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and send money. This is done for free.
We're here
This
working
my
for
time
free,
for
huh?
something.
Oh well. It's fun.
I like
You
talking.
know
We
what?
chat.
Just sit there and shoot the shit.
Have you been to Ground Zero? They put in a buffet.
No.
It's probably going to be awful, like most
Ugh.
buffets. Okay,
It's
usually
got a bad taste in my mouth from Ground Zero. Yeah, I
they're gonna.
used to love it, and then
It's gone
after
downhill.
It just
They have great
changed.
seating. The coffee
That's the
sucks.
thing. The
Yeah.
coffee sucks. The
Internet's a pain.
internet's a pain.
They give you 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah, and
Uh,
the service is really brutal.
yeah,
Seems like they've
service is
always got
bad.
interns there working for free,
Right.
and nobody knows what they're doing.
Well, that's because the hospital requires you to for people that are in the service industry, especially hotel service industry, to provide free service to a restaurant
All
or
right.
store, and they have to have so many hours of that. So
And they don't have a
Ground Zero
manager down there, from what I
Ground Zero
understand.
brings them in. What? What's
They
that?
don't have a manager. I don't know. Do
Not
they?
a manager present, not a working manager present. Um, what else we got? We got the food is so-so. There's a couple items, but nothing great. They put in a buffet. A friend of mine, I haven't been there. I haven't been there in a couple weeks. A friend of mine said that it's all Filipino food,
Oh, really?
and it's not American food.
Well, they're catering more to Filipinos anyway.
But their prices aren't Filipino
Oh, they aren't?
prices.
I don't know. I haven't been there in so
Oh, their
long, but
prices are
it's
not
just
cheap. Their prices are high.
it's
I'll,
just
I'll tell you, the Sizzler right around the next corner is great deal.
yeah, yeah.
Have you been to the Sizzler?
Yeah, no, not really.
It's
No.
really good cheap.
It's
I
not
mean, really
exactly
good
on my
food, and you can get pork chops or steaks or things like that. Cheap, couple hundred pesos. What are you talking? $4?
Mhm.
There are sodas, which normally everybody charges 100 pesos. They're like 40 or 50 pesos. I mean, it's cheap. So
85 likes. I'm keeping an eye on this thing. All right, we need 15 more. Come on,
we're
kids.
talking food, and I'm getting hungry.
Hydrate.
We're talking buffets of food. I haven't eaten. Okay, you haven't eaten either, but I'm getting hungry.
I don't eat till 2 or 3.
Ay, ay, ay.
Of
Yeah,
course, all
getting
old people
hungry.
eat by 4.
Uh,
What else we got here? I was in Bob Stupek's. Boy, I haven't heard that name in a while. Vegas
yeah,
back in
that's
the
an old
day.
name.
They had a great promo. Pay 150, get a room for the weekend, plus 150 Stupek bucks to gamble with.
That's a good deal.
That is a good deal.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name in
What's the name of the
forever.
restaurant that was on Charleston near the strip? It had a bull, I think, on front.
Oh,
I think it had a bull.
I can see it in my mind. Oh,
It
the
was
Golden Corral or
the
something like
Golden
Golden something.
Bull?
The Golden something. I want
You're
to say
right.
it's
It
not
did have
Corral.
golden.
It's
Not
Golden.
somebody's got to come up with it.
Yeah, help
That
us
was
out.
that was a hell of a restaurant. Oh, yes.
I know
Pricey.
what you're missing though. You're missing. If I say this, you'll go psycho.
Oh,
If I say Pops,
oh,
look at
God.
him.
Decatur. I can see it right now. Yeah, Pops.
Looking for a Goldfinger.
It was actually used to be called Pops Burgers, then they just went to Pops. But they have sandwiches there
Silly.
with
The cheesesteak.
the cheesesteak.
Oh,
So they
oh.
put the
Hey,
cheese
check it out,
cheese
babe. You
whiz
got
on it.
$2.
I got $2. Thanks, Robert. I'm gonna take a picture of that one. 10, 40. Oh, thanks. Mark came to Philippines because of us. Well, it can't have been because of me. I'm sure it was with Paul. I've only been on for a month. Let's see. No, it wasn't called Love a Golden Shower. Uh,
They're called.
the golden. That's gonna bug me now. The golden something.
I know. I can see it in my mind's eye.
You know, right
Yeah,
where it is.
exactly.
It was a pizza place
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
few
yeah,
doors
yeah,
over.
yeah.
Yeah, it's right on the corner. It's hidden away. Nobody would ever think
Right,
anything of it.
right, right.
Not a fancy shopping center,
No.
but you walk in, it
Yeah,
is class A.
yeah. That was the thing about Vegas was
They
food
have
was,
great restaurants and great food.
and the little hole in the walls.
If I miss anything, I do miss
Mexican
Las Vegas
food,
a little
bro.
bit.
I
Yeah.
mean, my ex took me to this little hole
We
in the
got
wall.
it. Here we
Look,
are. Golden Steer.
Golden Steer.
That's
That's
it.
exactly
That's
what
it.
it was.
Good
Thank
good
you very
restaurant.
much, Mark Smith.
Yeah,
You
thank you,
rock.
Mark.
Golden Steer. Why can't we come up with that?
I couldn't remember it. Okay, we got
We got a lot of people from Vegas on here.
I can't get rid of notifications. Have you dealt with this? Notifications of messenger about what? Telling me I have new messages. Oh, I get emails and messages all the time.
That's a good question.
Glitter Gulch, another great place. We're gonna start
Sure was.
going back memory lane now.
Boy, we are.
Yeah.
Here we're both hungry and we're just talking about food. This entire podcast about where we used to eat.
Now they're talking eggs. You know, we don't have a problem with egg prices here. We don't think about eggs. Eggs are cheaper. They practically give them away.
I'm totally happy with the eye surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
the
look good.
cataracts are good. The
It took
bags
away
are
the
gone,
bags. Of course, now you can
and
see.
I can
But you're
see.
still wearing glasses.
Yeah, the glasses are transitional.
We
And
talked
so
about
it's
that.
pretty much for reading.
I thought if you
So
do
it's easier
laser,
for me to see
you
this.
didn't do laser. You just had
Mm-mm.
cataracts.
I
If
just
you
had
had done
cataracts removed.
laser, you wouldn't need glasses.
I don't
But you
know.
can't do laser if you're really old because your muscles aren't flexible or something. Something's yeah. I tried laser. They said
I
I'm
don't
too
know.
old.
All I know is these glasses are great because they're transitional, so they turn into sunglasses. You remember I was wearing
Yeah.
sunglasses every day for like 3 months?
Yes.
That
Yeah,
was
we were
because I
in
was really light
Gangino.
sensitive. Yeah, I know.
We make fun of you.
I know.
When you weren't
I
when you
know.
weren't watching, people go, "Oh yeah, the guy with the sunglasses. You can't see his eyes. It's hiding behind
Roy
shades."
Orbison.
I wear my sunglasses at night. That song keeps fine. I love that song. Hacienda, yeah.
Everybody's getting hungry.
I know everybody's talking foods now.
What's your go-to restaurant in Dumaguete? What's yours?
Let me think for a moment.
Okay.
I do like shoot. You go first. My mind's slow.
Okay. I got a number of them.
Yeah,
You
I have
know,
2 or 3.
there's several. I would say for the best overall menu with variety, why not?
Why not? Why not is nice because it's a sit down and inside and has air conditioning.
And their
So
service is good.
and the service is very good.
Food is always as good.
It
It's
is
always
very
the
good.
same. It's consistent. Um, so I would give a 2 thumbs up to the why not.
So I like the Hideout, but you're sitting outside. I like their food at the Hideout,
Uh-huh.
and I like the one that's at the hotel. And the name's driving me nuts now.
What
It's
hotel?
on the 4th floor.
What hotel?
Yeah,
What floor? What hotel?
I used to go there all the time. I think it's also with an H, but I can't think of the. Uh, it's up. It's right around the corner from the Hideout. I'll think of it in a minute. But it's upstairs, open
Oh,
upstairs. It's also a hotel.
yeah. I know
Uh,
what you're talking about. Kingswick,
Kingswick
where the H
starts
came
with an
from. I
H.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kingswick starts with an H.
Kingswick's very good. I like that. Their food there is very good.
Yeah,
Again, I think White Knight's good. Oh, and also Cafe Racer.
I ate there yesterday.
You weren't happy.
I was very happy.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was great.
Cafe Racer is very good.
I like Cafe Racer.
Moon Cafe's come a long ways.
Yes, they have.
Didn't like it at first. It's better now.
I know.
Uh, they've been talking a lot about Byron's ribs as it's like the thing to die for.
Yeah,
And I like the Hideout better ribs. It's just a personal thing. I
fabulous
didn't find
ribs.
Byron's as being that great.
No,
No,
I
it's
never
a long
tried them.
ways off.
Yeah,
And it wasn't cheap either.
right. And for
But
breakfast, my favorite is the red flour.
the reed flour.
Red flour, reed flour,
Well,
however you say it.
it's got an H in there, but I guess
Okay.
it's not pronounced.
It's a
So it's
German
still red
guy, so
flour.
who knows what he's talking
Yeah.
about.
That's in Valencia near where you live.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great place too.
For the money,
It's
$5
and they're
for
good service and the good food.
perfect service,
Yeah.
Bill.
I haven't been there in a long time, but I do miss it. It's
Yeah,
very good.
I go there a lot.
Yeah. You
He
don't do
likes it there.
on-site I haven't seen you doing anything on-site like restaurants or
Me?
locations. You
Never,
never.
never.
Yeah.
No, won't do it.
Mm.
I think it's boring, number one.
Okay.
Number two, well, look at me. I'm having a hamburger today.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's interesting. And then I don't want to recommend any places because I did that once and the place went to hell.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I felt bad that, it's over and done with now. It's years ago. But everybody flocked to it that saw it, saw the video and lived out here, went to it. They were going, wow, this place is great. And then the guy, just dropped the ball.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's too bad.
And the food went down and the service
Octagon
went
is
down.
inexpensive. It's nothing fancy.
I don't like
You don't
Octagon.
like the Octagon. It's
Mm,
very inexpensive. It's nothing fancy. They don't have much of a menu though. That's the problem.
no.
Um, like they have one
Just the
omelet.
ambiance over there weirds me out still.
Yeah, there is no
I don't know
ambiance. That's the
why.
point. There is none.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
nothing. It's just like you're sitting in an empty
but
cave
you
or
don't like
something.
Octagon. And for coffee, I actually like is it JoJo's? What's it called? Bo's.
Bo's
Coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
Bo's Coffee, which is found all over the
Yeah,
Philippines. They were in Cebu. They're all over.
yeah,
Bo's Coffee is pretty good. I
yeah.
like Bo's Coffee. They do have a breakfast that's inexpensive. They just don't have a
They
very
actually have a pretty good little
yeah
menu in there.
yeah they do have a nice
Speaking of
menu.
pasta, think of a nice looking pasta with some
They just don't
beautiful
have a big
bread.
restaurant. They have hard seats,
No,
hard chair seats.
brutal,
Yeah, but
brutal.
the
Doesn't need to be
ambiance
that
there
way.
is it's kind of small,
Yeah.
but they do have good coffee and breakfast. So
I'm interested to see what happens to Tom Toms because they turning Tom Toms into a pharmacy. That's what that's going to be, if you didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, they're turning Tom Toms
Uh-huh.
into a fun.
And then they're opening
Wait,
up.
what happened to Tom Toms?
Well, Tom Tom's, they lost their lease or shut it down or changed.
Oh,
They moved next door to the sports bar that used to be called Bogart's, and they're building a 3-story skinny building there
next to it.
next to it.
Next to it.
And
The
so I'm
sports bar.
curious
Yeah.
just to see what kind of seating arrangements they have.
So that's where they're going. Tom
Yeah.
Toms. Okay. So they're
Yeah.
still going to be on the boulevard, but just down the way.
Yeah.
And then, so a pharmacy are they going to use?
Rose Pharmacy.
Oh, Rose is well known.
Mhm.
Actually, Rose has very good prices too. But I'm surprised they have 3 of them already. There's a Rose right up on the street on
Yep.
not too far, walking distance
Yep.
from where Tom Tom's was.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you know those pharmacies, dude, they're packed day and night.
They're good. They have
A
pretty
Rose
good stock.
Pharmacy and Mercury Pharmacy, there's never a shortage of customers.
No, but Mercury I found to be a little bit expensive.
Well,
And a
Mercury's got your
stickler.
hardcore drugs that you can't get at Rose.
Yes.
So
But
if
they're a
you're looking
stickler
for
for prescriptions.
absolutely,
I'm not.
you're damn right.
Yeah. There's some pharmacies you can go to and you can get whatever you want.
Right.
That's available here.
Right.
And they don't just they
Right.
don't require. They don't even look at a prescription. They don't care.
The little guys up by my house, the little mom and pop places,
Yeah.
antibiotics, anything
Right.
you want,
And get
you
it
just
if you
go
ever
and
want
get it. You go into Rose Pharmacy, they're going to want a script.
They don't
Yeah.
script in
Yeah.
it. Someone were asking about a Korean restaurant in Robinsons. What's the name of the Korean restaurant in Robinsons? I don't know.
The Korean
I think it's
Robinson.
downstairs at the entrance. Isn't that
Korean,
it?
I haven't tried it.
There's one upstairs, there's one downstairs, so I'm not sure, but I have not tried it. Sorry. Cafe Laguna next to Nicanor.
Never been there.
Haven't been to that cafe to be honest with you. I've been to Nicanor, but I never. We're all talking. We're talking places here.
Paul broke the restaurant. Okay.
Checking in from Harrisonburg, Louisiana. I don't know where Hemingway Cafe is. Sorry. Ground Zero started doing nighttime dancing.
Oh,
Kind
yeah?
of like they have the DJ comes in. They move all the tables off the floor, and they have a lot of people come in there and they're doing the lights and the music loud. And they actually had to put in another set of glass doors to keep the sound from traveling because people had complained about it being so loud. You can't find a place to party. Nighttime there is crazy, especially Friday and Saturday nights. It's nuts. It's not my scene because I don't drink and I don't do nightclubs, so I couldn't tell you. But it's
I don't
busy.
go out at night.
There's a crane upstairs. I've been to the Mexican restaurant. I haven't been.
Is that at Robinson's? What Mexican restaurant?
It's
I don't know a Mexican restaurant either. Are we
yeah, I
talking
don't
the
know
same
the Mexican
place?
I think I've been to the one he's talking about. This Korean. It's you order multiple items, and then I think you can have as much as you want. You can keep reordering.
At Robinson's Mall?
Yeah, it's upstairs. I've been there.
Really?
Yeah, but they serve. They actually you can order things where you cook on a stove in front of you. They have it upstairs. I've been there. Hey, I got $10 from Napoleon. How long has it been since you lit a cigarette? Oh, about 10 minutes. In fact, now that you mentioned it,
Yeah.
time for a break,
It's
right?
time to go. Tom
Thanks,
Tom's is
Napoleon.
where I met Old Dog. He wouldn't remember me, but I had a picture with me, him, Mike, and Zoomer. Wow, really? The Zoom.
Mm.
I quit smoking for 3 months and then took it back up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know
what?
Gonna give that up? Or
Well, you know what? If I do, I won't announce it like I did before.
There you go. There you go. I don't blame you. I got
Check this out.
$6.99. Woohoo! The money's just pouring in.
You know what they're doing? They're paying us to shut up. I'm like, enough already. Here's some money. Go away.
It's right next to Moon Cafe. He says, I have been there, and you can't cook the food yourself. They give you a little.
Oh, you
they have a
know
grill,
what?
And you put the
He's
meat
right.
on there, and
As
they
you
keep
head
bringing
towards
you.
a food court. I
Yeah,
have never bothered to walk in
it's
there.
actually very good.
Is it?
I don't know the name. I can't remember it, but it is actually very good. It's just you have to keep asking them multiple times to bring the
Mhm.
meat or the raw meat, so
Oh,
you can cook
okay,
it,
and you do the
and
little shabu shabu
you
thing?
yeah, you
Yeah.
do your own little chef thing with
Yeah, 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 yeah.
chopsticks, and
Okay.
it's kind of interesting. It's very good. I've been there. Someone took me there actually. Um, so I don't know. I'm gonna give you. Can I give you a star? Oh, look at that.
Napoleon. Yeah.
Excuse me, guys.
Okay,
College
well,
girls
like
can't.
Reedy's comment for crying out loud. Interesting discussion today. I really like to have an update about Paul's cataract surgery results, since I'm now due to get that done for my right eye soon. Well, we wish you well on that. It's
Pretty
not that
marvelous.
bad,
That's what
brother.
it's called. Fibber McGee's. Not a big fan of Fibbers. They did have
Me either.
yeah, not a big fan.
I was there at a birthday
I've had
party last week.
yeah,
I'm not a fan. I went there twice
yeah. So have I.
and ordered a cheeseburger. This
Right,
was before the carnivore thing.
right.
And both times it just
Did
wasn't it wasn't the hideout. I'll put it
yeah,
to you that way.
yeah.
You know, the
Exactly.
meat just tasted funky.
Right.
It just
They're
didn't
adding
taste
something
like
to
it
it.
didn't taste like beef.
The problem here is they. So I'm not going to name who because he's a friend, but a friend of mine opened up a restaurant on the main drag to Valencia, and he was telling me how he buys only the Brazilian import beef, ground beef, from Belcrest,
Hmm.
and it's 100% beef.
Hmm.
Well, so I went there and I had the burger, and it didn't taste quite right. I didn't finish it. So they had a burger dinner the next time I went. The burger dinner was just the burger by itself because I didn't want the bread.
Hmm.
Okay. And I took one bite and I go, there's something wrong with this burger. It doesn't taste right. Okay. When you had tomato, lettuce, pickle, and mayonnaise, it was fine. But if you eat the meat all by itself, there's what's going on. It's wrong.
There's the taste
And
test right
so
there.
I called my friend who I know, who's the chef, former chef of.
I know what you're talking
Okay.
about.
So I called him out and I said, "Hey," I'm not gonna say his name. I'll just say, "Hey G,
Yeah, yeah.
hey G, what do you put in this burger? Are you seasoning it? Oh yeah. What do you put in it? I put some onion." I says, "There's something else. Are you adding breadcrumbs?" "Oh no, flour, raw flour."
For what?
I'm looking at it like,
As
you
filler?
add raw flour to the meat, uncooked raw flour. I said it would
As
taste good.
filler?
Yeah, yeah. That was the end of that burger. I left it.
Ugh.
Actually, I brought it home for my dog, and the dog wouldn't eat it. But I'm friends with the owner. I mean, we're not going to go there, but yeah, Einstein wouldn't eat it. Now Rocky will eat anything. Rocky's my outdoor dog. He's a German Shepherd. He'll eat whatever Einstein doesn't. He doesn't care. Rocky eats everything.
It's like a vacuum.
Plastic paper. I mean, he reads everything. Okay, he doesn't care. He'll chew your shoes to death. Okay, and he'll swallow it. Rocky is unbelievable. Okay, we gave food in a plastic container before we got metal. He'd eat the plastic container. This dog is crazy. He chews and eats everything. But if you don't want it, I don't care if it's chicken bones or what it is. Rocky goes for it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but Einstein, he'll go over there and go, nah, and just walk away.
My dogs are finicky too. They're crazy.
It's definitely a Shih Tzu thing, okay?
Man.
They're so picky.
Oh my
He doesn't
God.
like hot. He doesn't like it hot. He if he goes outside to use the bathroom, and I open the door to check on him, he's the first one in the door.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, get out of my way. It's hot
Yeah.
out here.
It's revolutionary.
And then he'll look at you like, I need to be petted. I need to be held. I need loving. Okay.
Oh my God.
Rocky is like,
They're so
hell away from me.
friggin' needy. Both my dogs are needy as hell.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh my God.
goodness.
They love to be held,
Oh yeah.
cuddled, talked to,
What they
kissed.
were born to. I mean, that's what they were bred to do, is to be companion
They're
dogs.
companion
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah.
They're
They all they know is
and
love,
it's
and they
Carolyn's dog.
live for you.
Oh, he
They
doesn't
live for
leave
you.
Carolyn inside. If Carolyn
Yeah.
leaves the room, he follows her.
Same with May.
If Carolyn takes a shower and closes the door,
Mm-hmm.
Einstein is laying there
Mm-hmm.
waiting for her to open the door, maybe even
Right.
scratching it a little bit.
Right. Right.
He
Our dogs
cries
go
when she leaves the
50-50
house.
with us.
Yeah,
They go halfway to me, like during the night.
yeah,
They go on my side of the bed, and then a couple hours later they'll shift over to May,
yeah.
back to me,
No, this is
and it's
Einstein is Carolyn's
you
dog for
know,
me. He will not stay in the bed with me. He follows wherever she goes. He's
yeah.
just
Well, she gives him all the attention,
yeah.
and then she gives him the treats and the
Oh yeah.
snacks, and
And he
she pays more
literally
attention to him than you
cries when
do.
she goes on her e-cart into
Oh,
town
I
and go,
know.
like, "Why didn't you take me? How could you
I
leave me
know.
here? just
I know.
cries and cries.
Oh no, they
And
take
then
it
he's at
so
the door,
personal.
and then he wants to, even though it's hot outside, he'll want to go outside and wait for her to show up.
That's what Yippee does.
Stares
Because
at the gate.
May takes Tada on the scooter.
Ah,
Okay, because Tada's cool. She'll sit there on the scooter.
okay.
And you can drive for 5 hours. Tada's happy. She
Really?
just got her nose out like that, sniffing the air. And she just lives for riding on that scooter.
Okay.
And she's addicted to it.
That's funny.
Yippee, she can't take Yippee because Yippie's a
All
wiggle
over.
worm. He's all over the
All over the
place, or
place.
she's all over the place. She won't calm down. She acts like a juvenile.
So
And
Tada
so
is
she leaves Yippee at home because Yippee is a danger. She tried him in a backpack, she put him in a sack, put her on a
he's
leash.
wiggling around. What gotta
No,
get
so
out?
we can't find a workaround with that dog. So when her and Tada take off, it's it's kind of cute. It's kind of sad. I wait for her to close the gate. Then I open the door. Zoom. There goes Yippee to the gate,
Waiting
looking, and then
down the
comes
street,
back and will sit for hours
waiting.
just watching the street, waiting for them
Yep,
to get back.
that's what Einstein. Now Tada is sister to Einstein. They're from the
Yeah,
same parents.
that's right.
And Einstein
Our
likes to
dogs are
go
related.
on, yeah, and Einstein loves riding on the back of Carolyn's e-cart.
Hmm.
And he doesn't fidget or anything. He stays
Hmm.
right there, just like
Same as
Tada.
Tada.
So one time, Einstein came to me when got on the bike, and he was outside, and he came to me and tried to jump up on the motorbike. So I picked him up and put his feet on my legs and his front paws on the steering wheel, and he loved it. He didn't move around, he didn't do anything. So I said, I'm gonna give him for a drive. So I went for a drive. I went down the street, I went back up the street, didn't fall, didn't fidget, loved it. And so now every time I get on the bike, he wants to get on the bike and take a ride with me, but I can't do it. It's not safe.
Right,
Not at 30, 40
right,
kilometers. It's not gonna be
right,
safe. I went really slow.
right.
Yeah. I mean, I'd have to find some way, like you say, a front dog bag or something like that to
Well,
keep
there
him.
is I bought a car seat of all things for the dogs for the
Okay.
car.
Car seat.
And there's going to be a
Dog
way
seat.
that I can mount it on the back
Uh,
because Yippee can go if we restrain her. We have put her in a little box, um, and then put a leash so she can't jump out.
right.
That would work, you
Yeah.
know. And then Tada, so cool. She just sits there on the
Yeah. It's
floorboard. She doesn't need
same as Einstein.
any
They're
special
definitely twins.
constraints, handcuffs or
Uh,
anything.
in the Philippines, what's the closest to Helmets? And he's
We're getting behind on the track.
I know.
Here we are running our mouths, right?
Um,
Hey, you got 101 likes. Thank you
we
very
made
much for
100. Thank
bringing
you
this up,
guys.
Mark.
100 likes now. Would you recommend doing a vacation to the Philippines in September? Yeah,
I think
September's a good
September is a
time.
good time.
Yeah. In a car and drive to Vegas and get island fever there. Well,
Can of beans.
I don't like the flight going there. I don't like airports. I don't like going through customs and all that other stuff.
Well, if you could teleport yourself to
Yes,
Vegas for the evening, would
absolutely.
you do it?
Of course.
So would I.
Guys in town. Tom's Coffee is still closed. So we just talked about that.
They're replacing it with a Rose Pharmacy, and they're opening up another store just down the street next to Bogart's, which is called Game On now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Game On. Liz
it's
Bogart.
still closed. Yeah,
Yeah, Critter. Tom's closed are moving. We just talked about that. So Tom's is now going to be Rose Pharmacy.
but they're opening up another spot down the street.
Okay.
Critter Hunter's here. Hey, Justin.
Critter. He's Critter. I've seen some. Okay, we're caught up. I think.
Caught
Yeah.
up. Should we end
Well,
it?
Phyllis, pretty soon. We're going to end it, guys.
We're in it for an
We're
hour and a
over an
half.
hour and a half.
You should
So
be
we're going to end
happy you
it.
made $10 or whatever it was.
I'll say goodbye to a few people. I need to do some shout outs real quick.
Okay.
To those that sent me some coffee money, I appreciate it very much. There's a couple people here. Let me do some quick shout outs for. I got to find it on my phone. Silver members, David Finixmeyer, and now we have a new one. Where is it? These two people that very nice that they gave me some funds, but I think I pinned them. So if I pinned them, going all the way back, nope, I don't know what happened, but there was another guy that did a silver. Silver
Yeah,
Member.
there he is.
Whit.
Whit
Oh, yeah, of
Connell.
course. Whit does this. Did Whit do a song for you? He did a song about Carolyn and I.
Not that I know of.
He's going to be doing one for you and for Mike, he said. So shout out to Whit, who's also a silver member. I don't have any gold members yet. Hint, hint. There are
I thought
no
you had a
gold members on.
platinum guy the first time I was here.
I have a
Didn't you get it?
platinum.
You have a platinum.
I have a platinum. Dustin Laurie.
Okay.
Okay. Shout out to Dustin. But if anybody wants to be a gold member, you'll be my first, and you'll get a special shout outs and attention. Anyway, I think we're gonna go 105 likes. You made it to the big time.
Yeah, you made it.
Appreciate
Down
it.
here.
So
We've bored these people long enough.
if you ever let's see, I come back on Friday, my Friday night, which is your Friday morning, or is there? I have no idea. Or is there a Saturday morning? I don't know.
Saturday.
Thursday morning.
Yeah.
I don't know. I lose track.
No,
My Friday night.
we live in the future, so
Yeah, so it'd be
they're a day behind us.
if I come in Friday night, it's
Their
going to be
Thursday.
their Thursday morning. Is that correct?
I think so.
I think so. Sorry. And
Ask your friend ChatGPT that you're.
I have a realtor I'm going to do an interview with a realtor that's supposed to be pretty good. It's found a few houses. I don't remember her name. I've heard about her from a couple people.
Alma?
And no, not Alma.
The only one I know.
Yeah, I know that's the problem. Alma's so busy. She's very good, and she was excellent. And the problem is she's too busy.
Okay.
So she doesn't show houses too much for rent anymore. She
No,
passes
she
it on
goes
to
with the
somebody else.
sales, right?
She goes for the sales.
Yeah.
And I
It's going for the throat.
yeah. I'm not gonna say negative. But the thing is,
111 likes.
I've had 2 or 3 people that realtors. Carol Chinquin's still around, and she's very good. But this is a new one, and she seems to be very active and good because we're having a problem finding rentals. I don't know if you realize, but it's supply and demand. Okay,
You know,
rentals.
there's some Airbnbs up on my house,
There's
and I'm
Airbnb.
gonna actually go up and probably videotape a few of them,
There you go.
just to kind of as a consideration, I guess. You know, the guys that are coming
I
out
have
here.
everybody ask me, hey, who can I use or what's available? Not much. There's very limited supply of rentals
Hmm.
and nice ones at fair prices.
Hmm.
They're going, hey, I want something for 25,000 pesos a month in Valencia.
The other thing I get
That's
hinky
tough.
about is recommending any place like a rental, because what if they have a bad experience there, or
This is true.
So if I don't really know the guy or the place, or I haven't stayed there, so but I won't go on because I know you want to.
That's okay.
You're night.
I could
It's
talk
us in the
forever.
morning.
So
Yeah, I know you can.
I can talk forever. You know
I
that.
know.
I'm a blabbermouth, a gabber, the gift of gab.
Please hit the thumbs up button. That's right.
Yeah.
Nice echo still.
Anybody want to be a gold member?
Huh?
Goldfinger should have a gold member. I want to see my first gold member. We'll give you a special. We'll do some. What do you do for members on your channel? Do you have members? You
I have
membership.
I call it the 99-cent store.
Yeah, which I
And so I have
stopped
one level. Oops, I have one level.
Yeah,
It's the cheapest they would let me do,
99
which
cents.
was 99 cents. Because I didn't want to charge $5 or $10 or
Okay.
$100 or any of that kind of crap. I just wanted to do it it allows me to do members only videos. I don't do just 2 or 3 minute blips for people to satisfy it. I do a full video.
Yes,
And there's no commercials. I don't monetize it.
do you never post those videos though to the public later?
No,
Oh, so it's just
no, I
so
think that's cheating.
it is cheating.
So I don't do it. And so if you want to spend an entire 99 cents a month, you get those videos. And I think I have like 300 people that are in there. And I dig those people because they're like the core audience. These are the guys that have followed me for like 5 or
I
6
know
years.
certain people,
You know?
and that always have the same. They don't really say much, but you can see the same name
Yeah.
a lot of times, and
Uh-huh.
they're not trolls. They're just followers.
No.
They're nice guys.
No, they're cool people that a lot of them I've had interactions with personally,
Yeah.
and or on the phone.
Um,
Maybe I've returned an email or helped them in some way, shape, or form. You know, maybe I hooked up with the embassy.
Yeah.
Different
I get
stuff.
people that are on here that have rented bikes, and I've
Uh-huh.
gone to know.
There's people in Vegas. When I went out there, I had meet and greets out there in LA.
You haven't had any for a while. Why? What's going on?
No, they're too, I don't know. Um,
Last one
I
I
don't
went to
know.
was at
Well,
Sideways. That
it
was a
was,
long time ago.
yeah, that was a long time ago. Maybe we'll do one with Bud or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
You know,
he's a very
it's
popular
good for
person.
the business.
Yeah.
You know, like
Well, we get the
like
other bloggers
Sideways and
then,
all
and
that.
then I think Pia came to the one at Sideways, as I
Yeah,
remember. And I think Rick ate too. We
yeah,
pulled quite a few people, but it's
yeah,
been a
yeah.
long time. It's been over 6 months.
Oh, over a year, I think.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been a long time.
yeah.
We need another one. Some people are loving your 99
Hey,
cent
Mark's
specials.
right there. He loves his 99-cent special. Right on, Daddy-O. I do
Thanks.
stuff that's different too. I talk about stuff that's not necessarily Philippines related. Like I talked about the car business one time, totally unrelated to the Philippines.
Yeah, well, that's
So,
good.
and then I have something on my mind, or if I have an issue, or not necessarily a problem, but maybe a decision to make, I'll ask my members. I go, "What do you guys
What
think?"
do you think?
Because I trust you
Get some
people.
input.
I trust
There
them.
are some trusted people.
They're
They're
not, you
smart.
know, some dick that's making
No, they're
comments.
down to
They're
earth, real
down to
people.
earth.
Yeah,
Exactly.
which
They're
is
the guys
nice.
that like I can be friends with, and I am friends with. I'm sure a lot of them. So
All right, guys, we're going to be signing off. I appreciate you.
Sideways was 10 years ago.
I think it was 2 years though. I'm going to go for a year.
Well, what Critter Hunter says, let's do another meet. So I elect Critter Hunter to organize
He
it.
just offered his new
Yeah,
place. Look
yeah,
down. Look there. I have
yeah.
a new place.
Okay,
I
well, send
agree.
it up, Critter,
I think
and we'll
that'd be
come
great.
down and we'll
Grand
do it.
opening and a meet and greet, which brings a
Yeah,
lot of people and new people to your place.
yeah,
I haven't been to your new place.
yeah.
Uh, he supposedly has a nice place. We had talked last. I talked to him on. I think it was Monday. I lose track. Today's Wednesday. I think we were talking about generators, and and I want to get one. And he had to get. He was talking some huge
Big
generators.
number. Well,
So
you got a big
he
place.
went. So he went with solar. I think. I'm pretty
Smart,
sure he went with solar. It's big money. Big
smart.
money. But he says that's better
It is. At the
in the
end of the
long
day,
run.
it is.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I would like to see his new place.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it, Critter. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think, and that way I could bring the trash picker up. Just get rid of them already. I've had 'em
Ass
for,
grabbers.
had, yeah, the ass grabbers. I've had them in my garage and hauled them off with me from my apartment to here for 2 years. He hasn't done a beach cleanup. Bad boy, bad boy. We haven't done a beach cleanup in a year and a half, 2 years.
Really, you got 115 likes. You made $17.07.
Oh
It
wow!
doesn't get any better than that,
I'm
Goldfinger.
buying lunch
Huh?
sponsored by me today.
Right on. All right,
Thanks,
kids. We'll see y'all later.
you guys. We're gonna end the stream. Thank you very much. Bye bye now.
See you next week.